Roll it again.
I am about to be the new Taylor Swift.
Let's go, baby. Never Settle podcast number 10.
Year.
What a day.
We're about to hit 6,000 subscribers. Or not subscribers, followers.
Yeah, on this account.
Hey. Meth lab.
That's the what's it called? That Wolf of Wall Street song.
Oh.
Never Settle podcast number 10, baby. We are here live in the flesh. What it do?
I'm actually a ghost.
Mr. Nuggum, the first. Yo, shut up, bro. Come on. Clap it up because we have already done 10 live streams. I think that's
10?
that's worth a round of applause right there.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're 10. Because each time I do a live.
I know it's 10, right? But it feels like we've done so much.
It feels like we've done more. But each time we do a live on TikTok, it'll show what number I put last time.
Yeah.
So it was number 9 the last time we did it. So we're at number 10. 10 installments.
Actually, before we start, Before we start, I just want to say this jacket is made of real Easter Bunny fur and skin. I skinned him alive myself. He is dead. Don't expect any Easter eggs this year.
Yeah, see, look, 2023 is already ruined. I mean, all right? He's ruined 2023. We can't have shit. Like, no Easter Bunny, nothing. Like,
we don't need
this is why you need to improve, because there will be no Easter Bunny helping you out, all right? There's no Santa going to be helping you out.
Hold on. I ridded the world of a bunny who gives eggs to kids. You don't see a weird thing going on there?
All right, maybe.
A giant bunny who hops around the world and gives eggs to kids.
It's a little weird, but you know, at least he doesn't drive like a van or nothing. Anyway,
he could.
Shout out to everybody joining. Shout out to everybody joining, tapping in. We appreciate you guys watching. Stay around if you guys want to improve, or just we fuck around on here. So it's
no, you can't buy it off me. I made it.
He's set on his little crappy looking purple joint over there.
It's real Easter Bunny skin, bro.
You look ridiculous on camera. Look at you.
Nah, this shit's fire. I look expensive.
All right, Never Settle podcast number 7, baby. What
are we talking about?
Let's go right now. All right. So, I hope everybody's week has been great. It's been a week since we did it last time. We're gonna be going to 2 times a week now. This week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll come at you on the weekends now.
Yeah.
Sometime on the weekend.
Sometime if we're not both like
dead,
laid out, But yeah. Today's a great day. It's been a great day. I don't know what to start off on because I still have to think about it.
Everything. Bro, honestly, same thing. I'm going to start off and say my week has been so up and down. Like, I'll have like a great day.
Out of this real quick.
All right.
Oh my God.
I'll have like a great day. Then the next day is like I'm in my head. Then the next day I'm out of my head and I'm fighting it and I'm doing good again. And then the next day I'll be back into my head. It's been like that for like a solid week now, and it's tough, but I feel like I've disciplined myself enough to the point where even if I know like I'm in my head that day and things aren't really going, like I'm not really feeling it, I've gotten to the point where I disciplined myself enough where I can just like push through and get to that better day.
Yeah.
Because I know, in the end, everything's going to work out. I just got to push through no matter what comes my way. So that's where I'm at. Today was a great day, though.
Not to put words in his mouth, but what he's talking about right now is that there are forces at play that are trying to attack him while he's about to improve. I'm dead serious about this, too.
I know. It's just the way you said it was funny.
Yeah. There are forces
like
at play that are trying to take this man right here down. He's improving like we all plan on doing, and we're all executing and trying to get better at what we're doing in life. And meanwhile, and I think we've talked about this before, maybe not, but in the process of that, growth is never linear. So what's happening is he's growing, boom.
I
there's a dip
at that point. You're right.
Yeah, there's a dip, and these, like I said, the force is at play. are trying to take him down because they see that he's
The dark
improving.
side.
The dark, well, yeah,
Basically.
yeah. So they see that he's improving, and this has happened to both of us. Anybody who's watching, I'm sure, has happened. You're progressing, and then you hit a wall. Something's can't break through that wall, and a lot of people give up there. But what he was just saying earlier was I'm gonna push through. Like nothing can hold me back, you know. There's a little tiny issues trying to hold me back, you know.
All the barriers are
go past
mental,
that,
and
so.
if they're mental, then they shouldn't stop you because
Yeah, facts.
there's nothing in your brain that should be able to stop you. It doesn't
Yeah.
exist. It's just
especially
thoughts.
mental, you know. That's all about your mindset, bro. Like,
Right.
like if you have an iron mindset, which takes time, takes trial and error, takes
Right.
you know,
You're just not gonna get it
tribulations,
right
you
off
need
the
to
bat.
Yeah, yeah. But you know that's what kind of like what we're trying to promote here. It's like I can't say his name on here because I don't know what's gonna happen. But a word that rhymes with crate. That man.
Oh, I was wondering where you were going with that.
That man says he tells us all the time to have an iron mind, and I took from that like 100%. And once I heard
Is
that,
he still in jail?
I don't want to get into that because I heard some stuff today that really made me angry about the whole situation. But
Damn.
I can tell you after. Anyway, I can't say it on air. They will take me down. They will take us down like immediately, bro. If they ban you, whatever. We just got started. We can't get banned. All right. Anyway, an iron mind is essential to your success, right? Because a lot of things boil down to your mindset. The reason that a lot of people like us and a lot of other self-improvement creators, I would say, in that space, the reason they always promote gym is, first of all, going to the gym is just, you know, it's something, it's like, it's a non-negotiable at this point. Like, we should be pulling up to the gym regardless. You know, like, you got to be healthy. But going to the gym also helps you create that iron mindset because you're disciplined enough to show up there. You're disciplined enough to eat well. You're disciplined enough to lift heavy weights. Heavy weights, things that are heavy are not easy. They're heavy. If you apply that to life as well. So, like, if you go to the gym and you lift heavy, you'll be able to develop that mindset to be able to go into the real world
And take on heavy things.
with that mindset. It's the same. They work hand in hand. I don't know if you've heard this. You ever heard of mind-muscle connection?
I've heard people mention it, but I
something-
never understood it.
Yeah, so it's something about the gym, right? So it's basically the same thing. Like, and that's how it translates to. Like, so you're using your mind to, you know, go through, like, say you're doing, like, curls, right? Or say you're doing bicep curls. And you're like, damn, these are heavy, but I know I can do these.
Right.
So you're in your mind, you're telling yourself, I know that I can do this, and I'm going to do it until the set is over. Apply the same thing to life. Mind-muscle connection. Yeah.
Facts.
It helps. Oh, Tristan F. What's up, guy? Yeah. God bless you too, man. It definitely helps to get you closer to God. Mind-muscle connection with God as well. Yes, absolutely.
Agreed.
Yeah. I don't know if this is how like if I'm gonna word this right, but isn't there something called what's it called? Your spiritual muscle or something like that? It's something like that. You know, you're flexing your spiritual muscle. You're working out. It's kind of like that. You know. What's up, Mason? I see you in there. What's up, boy?
What do you send some things?
Yeah, he sent some boots. Or some shoes. In a way, lol. Yeah, I tried. I don't really know. I feel like I've heard that somewhere, but yeah. So, obviously you've heard that everywhere. My topic wasn't my topic, but I was just going off on a tangent there. But you know what I mean. It's in sync, all right.
It works.
It works. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Man,
What you got?
What I got? I don't know what I got today.
Yeah, you too. Have a good night, man. Thanks for tapping in. We love the feedback. We love people tapping in. You know,
Facts.
hitting us up with stuff. All right. Ready? I'm gonna say something, right?
Go for it.
If you,
Here.
yeah, if you don't want to improve, right? If you don't have that everyday, because at the end of the day, it's a want and a desire to be better, right? A lot of people have it. A lot more people don't. Okay. So, when I wake up every morning, right? I go to bed. I wake up every morning. I have this like, it's an urge to be better. It's a constant like knock on my, I don't know, my soul, I guess you could say.
Right. I feel it.
Every time I wake up, right, I have this pressing desire to want to either win every interaction I have throughout the day, whether it's a human-to-human interaction, whether it's just me at the gym, whether it's me at work. Every single interaction I have in life on a daily basis, I'm constantly thinking in my head, how do I get the upper hand in this situation? How do I win this situation? How do I come out of this situation on top? How do I become the best
How do you become
to
better?
do this? Yeah. Yeah, like better, but at the same time, like in those moments, you want to be the best at it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Even if that requires you being better over time.
Right.
Like, obviously, you'll be better over time. You won't be the best immediately. But it's like, how do I win immediately, right? And not everybody has this drive. So if you don't have that drive each and every day to win, to be better, you can click off this right now because it's just not gonna. What is this gonna do for you? Now, if you have that urge and you want to be better, stay here because this is where you're gonna find it, right? So I was thinking about it today while I was at work, and I was like, obviously, I'm sure some people have heard this before. There's so many people that do the same thing we do. Everybody has a podcast, right? Everybody has something to say these days, all right? But
Right.
it's a unique perspective from us because we're going through the process right now. We haven't made $1 million. We haven't been successful. We haven't even grown up yet, all right? But we're here to tell you how we think, how we see life, and how we're trying to progress. And you guys get to see the journey while we're in it. I don't think a lot of people show that. There's a couple people I follow that show that. But we're doing it like straight up, like you guys can see it right now. We're in a basement, all right?
Right.
Anyway.
That is a really good point because like most people who are influencers these days have already
They've already
made it.
made it. Right?
And you know you're learning from people who have already made it.
Yeah.
But that's the difference with us is like we're trying to make it and we're showing people, you know, kind of what it takes and like what you kind of have to start from. And like you said, they're like coming along the way with us almost. They get to watch us progress and
grow.
you know, go from having a podcast in a basement
nothing.
to wherever we're going to be
Yeah,
someday.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. I
Yeah.
like thinking about it like that.
So the reason I'm saying that is because, well, first I was gonna say something. Damn it, I forgot. I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway.
The China.
Anyway, so the reason why I was saying that was because, look, not to like get on people that don't have that desire. Like, if that's not your desire, is to win at life, and people have a different perspective on what winning at life is. I'm sure we all do have. It's certainly like similar, but it's not the same. Anyway, I'm not sure how to word this, but every day I have that burning desire. Okay, you want to have the nice life, whatever. You want to be able to travel wherever you want. You want to be able to drive whatever you want, live wherever you want, have a nice life for your family, be closer to God. Whatever your goal is, you have to want it in the first place. You can't sit up there and be like, oh, okay, I want this stuff. Because what I'm tired of hearing, right? I'm tired of hearing the people that say, I want this, I want that, I want that, I wish I could be this, I wish I could be that,
And then do nothing
I wish I could
about
be
it.
better, you know what I mean? And then consistently, day in and day out, what do? They do things that only drag them away from what they could be. Because we have unlimited potential, right? I don't think that there's a cap on our potential as human beings, okay? Obviously, is overarchy a word? I don't even know if that's a word. But like obviously the grand scheme of things, God has like a plan, right? But not going into that, all right? Like the way you're sitting here right now, right? There's no cap on what you can and can't do. I've said that before, like the free will thing, like you can go outside and do whatever you want, right? But I'm saying like from a different perspective, like you're young. Like I'm assuming that most people that are watching are young, and so, damn, every time I look at the comments, it messes me up.
All right, we'll go with this though. Ask me anything and I'll give an insightful response.
What?
Ask him something. Or
Ask
he,
him
she,
what?
I don't know.
Ask me anything and I'll give
I
an
got
insight.
you. What's your goal in life? What do you see yourself being like 5 years from now?
That's a that's a very broad question.
No, because I'm interested to see, because we're talking about how, you know, there's
I would
certain
love to see people's motives.
right, yeah, and we're talking about how some people don't really have a drive to improve, and you know, I'm interested to see like what if you don't really have a drive
That's
to
what I was
improve or
trying to get to.
anything,
Yeah.
like what is it that you see for yourself? Like what do you think about? Like are you just okay with living like the most basic life possible? Like there's nothing wrong with that, but just like I would like to know, like, you know, I feel like most people would say they want, you know, the absolute best for themselves. But if you settle for kind of what the world can give you easily, you'll never actually fully experience that.
Yeah. So that's exactly what I was actually trying to transition into was to like tell people that you, first of all, you need to have that drive, because nothing, like, I don't know how to word this, but like depends on how you define basic life. What are your goals? Primed for money, recognition, respect? Yeah.
Right. I mean, it is different for everybody. I see your goal is to become.
A vector of good.
That's
So that the next
kind of what
generation
we're
can
trying to do
continue to
too.
inspire.
We're trying to help people because, you know, we see our generation kind of plummeting into the toilet, and you know, there's things that we learned along the way
Yeah.
that can kind of help our generation avoid that, and that's what we're trying to like get out to people. But yeah, it is depending on how, you know, you view life and goals and things like that. You know, we have a very high expectation for ourselves. So we see a lot of just like the life that everyday people live as very basic and like almost boring, like not really accomplishing to anything. And you know, we have a higher ceiling for ourselves, and we want to do anything and everything to better ourselves and to get us to that position.
Yo, what's up, Carson? What's good, bro? Been a minute. Appreciate you. But yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to get into. So what we are seeing right now is a major shift, right? Okay. I don't really think there's such thing as, I mean, there is mediocrity now, but I'm starting I'll like backtrack that statement of mediocrity now. I'm thinking the gap is kind of widening. So I think there's going to be like the people that are up here, right? And then the rest are going to be so low to the point where it's just like, all right.
So you're saying like almost like the middle class is kind of just fading away?
Yeah, I mean you could
or will
talk about
away.
that as for like the middle class, but like the middle class also goes by like money. But I'm
Right.
thinking like yeah.
Okay, so
in a way
just
it's
basing off money.
yeah, just like that middle, area, right?
Right.
Because it seems like from what I've been seeing around, right? There's people that either live like so blech. Like how does it even turn into anything? Like the way with the way money is going, the way society is going, like the way everything's just seeming to diminish lower and lower, right?
Yeah.
I feel like, so I'm going to use this for example, right? So you got people, more and more monthly subscriptions are coming out every year. There's more Netflixes, there's more Spotify's, just like monthly things that you can pay for, right? Each and every year there's more of those services provided, right? So, and this is what I mean by the gap is shortening, because you've got the people that are creating these you could do monthly, yearly, whatever. Then you got the people that are creating these services, right? And it's at a booming rate that we've never seen before, right? Everybody's learning coding, everybody's learning software, all this stuff, right? They're learning how to create services that provide, there's a need for them, obviously, but there's a need for them because of the amount of consumers that society is creating, okay? So what's going to happen, right, is that if everybody is a consumer of this stuff, what's going to happen? You're going to have the vegetables that consume all day long, all year long, and you're going to have the people creating these services, right? There is no middle part at that point, because you got the people. I mean, like you could say this is mediocre,
true.
right?
I can see that.
But like, think about
I see what you're trying
right
to
now. Yeah, see, right now it's like there's still mediocrity, because you can still, there still is like a little bit, like it's still there.
Right.
Like people are still like, all right, I'll make a lot of money, but I'll also
you're
give a lot
saying,
of
like,
money to the.
Basically, if things continue the way they are right now,
Yes.
it'll get to a point where they'll basically be like the producers and the consumers, and there's nothing else.
And that's
They'll just
it.
be producing things for the consumers
Yes.
so rapidly that it's just not gonna.
Yes. So like, what you should be striving to do right now, because I wake up every day with that urge, like I said earlier, to be better. What's the opposite of that, right? What do? I'm just gonna sit there and be complacent and, just let the world just hit me. Go out there with like no brain, no thoughts. I'm just, mindlessly consuming content all day long. Look, there was a place for mediocrity when there wasn't social media. There was a place for mediocrity when there wasn't like access to things at a snap of your fingers or at a tap of your phone. That's gone. Those days are over. Like, with all the instant gratification that we can get, or the instant things that we can get, it should be like instant success too if you really want it. I mean, think about how much access we have to self-improvement creators. You could listen to us.
Right.
Stop scrolling on TikTok, maybe tap into us, you know what I mean?
Or people who have already made it.
Or that too,
You can get good advice from just about anybody on the internet right now.
I think I lost track of what I was originally talking about. But what I was saying was, like, you just got to want to win. Like, that's like the main underlying, like,
Right. It goes back
goal.
to
You have to
what
win.
we named this thing, never settle.
Yeah.
You can't settle for, a way that you have to settle in life. You have to. I know a lot of people don't think they can really accomplish anything, and that forces them to kind of just settle in whatever they're given or whatever comes easy to them. But, there's going to be the people out there that, I know I'm one of those people. There's going to be the people that know that the sky is basically the limit. Like, there's so much more to life, and there's so much more that we could be doing.
There is.
We don't have to settle for the bare minimum. Like, we could actually achieve and, get really whatever we want.
We see your comments. We're about to.
If you have the right mindset and you put in the work for it, like, there's no reason why we should be settling for just, being mid or being a consumer or just any of that.
Yeah, so more logic, less emotions. He makes some really great points in here that go along with what we're saying.
Yo, emotions lie. And
I was going to say, bro, I've been listening to way too much Fresh and Fit podcast. I was about to see some effed up shit.
chill.
Yo, but yes, the more and more things become automated, right? The lazier we're going to get, right? Humans evolve to our surroundings. I actually put this on my story, but I deleted it because I don't know. My head got to me, all right? But look, us as humans, we evolve based on what we see on a daily basis, what we're surrounded by, okay? Soon enough, right, we're going to be surrounded by, like he says here, AI and automation, right? What's going to happen to us when that's all we're surrounded by, right? We're already seeing it today with our phones. It's going to happen.
We're just going to sit back and do nothing.
We are going to become, like, you remember Wall-E.
Yeah.
The dudes that
riding
around
all out of shape. They didn't walk anymore.
We're going to become that if we keep going down this path. So ready? We're here to tell you to not give in to this way of thinking, okay? There is no other option. If you don't want to be in that situation, right? And if you want to get ahead, okay? If you want to get, I feel like it's so easy to get ahead of 99% of people today because 99% of people today are just,
Yeah.
It's so easy. I don't think it's ever been easier before because people are so stagnant. They're so unmotivated. They're so groggy and sluggish.
Right.
Because of all this instant access to bad food, bad content, bad this, bad that. You already had all the issues that the world already had to offer at the beginning. Now, add on another 50% of that. All the stuff that we've created. We create our own enemies.
Right. I got something to add to that. So it's not even just the people that are just...
Hear more,
oh, yeah, facts. It's not just the people just endlessly scrolling on the phones that are just completely consumed 24/7 on all the media and everything they're taking in. Even the people who are self-improving but still dedicate a huge chunk of their time to just mindlessly scrolling and doing all the things that are not going to benefit you, it's still insanely easy to get ahead of those people too. So, like, in this example, I'll give 3 people, right? So you have the one person who does nothing all day in their free time. All they do is go to work, and the rest of their day, the rest of their time spent is just endlessly scrolling on their phone, social media, YouTube, all that stuff. Just whatever they can consume, right? And you have, like, the middle guy who, he goes to work. At the end of the day, he spends half of his free time endlessly scrolling and doing all that mind-numbing stuff, but also does a little bit of self-improvement, right? You could still be that guy and be successful, but the person above him who doesn't really, condone in any of that social media stuff, the guy who spends maybe an hour a day on social media and just all the mind-numbing things that consume us, that guy is going to be the most successful. So if you can be that guy, you can beat out basically any competition you have.
And trust me, it's not easy.
There's a reason why most people don't do it.
There's a reason why most people aren't successful, all right? You have to be willing to do what 99% of people aren't going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I love that saying, and I will repeat that every single day, okay? Because so here we go, right? First, you got to want to be better. If you don't want to be better, there's no point in doing anything else. You're just going to stay where you're at, all right? You better find happiness somewhere else because it's not going to work. You got to want it first, all right? number one thing, you have to want to be better. You have to envision a life for yourself. You have to want to get there, okay? Now you have the want. Now you got to figure out how you got to get there, right? It's not going to be easy. You have to do things that people won't do, all right? If you're sitting there and you're like, okay, I want to be successful, but I won't do this, this, and this, and that are the 3 steps that get you there, well, what's going to happen? Now you're back to square one. You want it, like 99% of people, you want it. You're not willing to go for it, all right? Like the fact that people think, and this is genuinely something that makes me very angry, and like I said it earlier, it's just people will sit there, I want. Are you willing to do what 99% of people will not do?
And if you say no, don't say you want anything, because you're not going to get it.
Because you're not going to get it. So
that's
just
exactly it.
Out of your mind. So yeah.
I've kind of one more thing to add to that. So we got into a little bit about like emotions, and it kind of goes hand in hand with this stuff, right? So a lot of the time we have the excuse that, like, you know, we don't feel like it, we're feeling lazy, we're feeling tired, we're feeling a little depressed, you know. We have all these emotions that, like, we use as kind of crutches and excuses to not put in the hard work and dedication we need to be successful. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what they're made for. To stop you from actually going and, you know, progressing. Emotions lie, you know. So we live our life based off, we're Christians, so we live based off like the Bible and the teachings and stuff like that. You know, a big part of that is they tell us all the time, emotions, there's not one part of the Bible that tells us to listen to our emotions. And I feel like a big part of society today tells us, you know, it's very emotion based. It tells you, you know, do what you want, do what you feel your heart desires. In the Bible, it tells us the heart is very deceitful, and it's, you know, the biggest liar to a human.
You have to go against the grain.
Yeah. So I'm sorry to say, but if you want to be successful, you have to go against what your heart wants, right? And I know, like I said, society very today, true. It's all, oh, listen to your heart. Your heart will tell you. No, your heart's a liar. If
like 99% of these people that are saying that as well.
Your heart's a liar. If you feel, you know, like I said,
God, I hate those people that are like, oh, it's sunshine and rainbows.
Emotions are nothing but excuses. They make you lazy, and they're there to kind of just cloud your vision and your judgment on what you should be doing in life. If you sit there and only listen to your emotions and have no discipline whatsoever, I'm telling you, you will go nowhere in life. Even the most basic of jobs, even working, if you want your career to work, if you want to work at McDonald's all your life and that to be your career, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you truly want. But even that takes discipline. You're not gonna, right? You're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna call out of work every day just because you don't feel like going. That's you listening to your emotions. Even if you just work at McDonald's, you need discipline to ignore your emotions and go to work regardless of how you feel, right? Yeah. If that's how it is working one of the smallest jobs at McDonald's, just think what it actually takes to make a multi-million-dollar career, right? Like where you're going to get paid big. It's all discipline. You can't listen to an ounce of your emotions as far as, like, you know, being successful and getting better. You can't listen to your heart. You know, and it goes with not even just success in life and financials, but, you know, success in relationships with friends, with a girlfriend or boyfriend. Even in situations like that, you can't go based off emotions. You have to do, you know, what you know is right in that situation. And sometimes that goes completely against our emotions. And,
facts.
You know, we can't listen to our emotions. It's discipline over everything. You know, most of the time when we feel emotions, we just gotta, I'm sorry, I know society tells you, oh no, you know, your feelings matter and all that, and they do to a certain extent, but when it comes down to being successful, there's a lot of times where you have to just go full discipline mode and push a lot of your emotions to the side.
Yeah. Completely facts, 100% facts. This is stuff I think about all the time, right? Mm-hmm. you got to remember, for the people that are watching this and the people that do end up watching this and agree with some of the points that we say, or most of them, or all of them, whatever you think, right? You guys have to understand the price of success, okay? Everybody says they want success. There's a price that comes with this, especially in this world that we live in, right? People paint success as this, like, okay, I got this $1 million car, and I got a multi-million-dollar house, and I hang with girls all day long, and my boys, we all hit the club, whatever. All right, that's what we see on the surface level of it. Okay, there's the good moments, right? But you guys have to remember, the price of success is massive, and I don't think a lot of people understand this.
Nobody just gets gifted all of those things.
It is actually, I think it is harder to be successful. Like, it is more emotionally taxing. You will work harder. You will work longer. You will do things that people don't do on a daily basis, a yearly basis, throughout your entire life. You will be stressed. You will cry. You will be very happy. It is a roller coaster, okay? The things that it takes to be successful are much more harder to live than it is to live either normally. I don't like using normally because it's not, but like,
for lack of a better word,
just if you aren't successful and you're struggling, okay?
Right.
Think about this, right? And I think about this all the time. Would you rather struggle your entire life to live horribly, or would you rather struggle? I wouldn't use the word struggle, but it's not really struggling. But all right, let me rephrase that. Would you rather work all the time, really hard, to live a life of true mediocrity, or even below that? Would you rather work really hard all the time for a life of abundance and success? People don't understand that it's the same exact thing. Because I was watching a video today, this guy, he was talking about success and all this stuff, right? And he said, I know people that will work 15-hour days and will make the same amount of money that he makes in 2 hours. And the light bulb went off. I couldn't believe it. Like, obviously I had already known this before, but hearing it, and sometimes it takes more than once to hear it to really understand it. And finally I realized, I was like, damn. So we'll just throw numbers out there. You can work 15 hours a day, and let's say you take $300 a day home, right? And you say you work 2 hours a day, and you take $350 home. And then what's crazy is that society will make you think that the person that worked 15 hours is, he's got it on point. The guy who works 2 hours got lucky. What you don't see is that while the guy who works 15 hours now, right? Before he was working 15 hours, he was out there. He was having a good time, He was living life. He never thought it would end, right? But then the responsibilities came. Life hit him like a brick wall, right? During that time, the guy that works 2 hours now was putting in damn near 20 hours of work a day, 7 days a week, or 6 days a week. Maybe he had a rest day, whatever. That man did not stop until finally he figured out a way where he could only work 2 hours and make the same amount of money, right? He put in way more work, way more struggle, way more stress, way more just everything. He went through the same BS that the guy who works 15 hours a day does, right? He went through the same thing, except he just did consistently, over time, and more of it.
Right.
While the other guy was playing around thinking that, he wasn't taking shit seriously. And that's how y'all have to approach life. We can't all be working like consistently hard throughout the rest of our lives thinking that will lead to success. No. Consistency over time equals results. All right? Keep that equation in your head at all times, because y'all need to know that. Y'all need to know that game. That's free sauce right there. Consistency over time. Now, the dude that's working 15 hours a day, he can't keep that up. Because you guys might say, oh, consistency over time. He's working consistency. He can't work 15 hours a day for the rest of his life. He will collapse at like 30 years old, bro. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Y'all have to figure this out. Free game. Cameron's about to die.
So I think that's a good spot to end.
Yeah.
I think so.
Look, I forgot my notebook again. These topics should be a lot better than...
He's a bot.
Yeah. Yeah, today I was. But like I've been saying, you know, I'm not giving in to mediocrity. I went to work early in the morning, went to the gym immediately after, side hustle immediately after that. We back on this podcast right now. And we still working. It's not over. I still got stuff to do after this. Editing, more stuff, more learning. It doesn't stop. You guys got to be locked in. You got to want it too. I want it. I want to win.
Like he said, I had a full day of school, came out immediately into this, and now I'm about to go hit the gym. And I'm going to force him to do a second
By any means
gym
necessary.
sesh.
Fuck no.